Hi, it's Amanda. Welcome to my channel. I'm approaching 8 months fully natural, and just in the last 2 weeks or so, I've noticed changes in my routine interactions with my hair. And then 2 days ago, I realized it's because my hair is now at a noticeably longer length and therefore has more of a noticeable presence in my day-to-day. That observation gave me the idea to do a quick growth journey progress check-in. In this video, I'm going to talk through 6 things that I've noticed now that my hair has reached this new length category. Number 1, and this will require some modification on my part, but with my weekly styles, I'm now finding that the front of my hair hits and or lies against my forehead. I feel it slapping me when I quicken my pace, or otherwise it's just sitting there taking a nap. 2 concerns here, and I assume this is from the sealing oils that I use in my hair, but I have been regularly getting pimples on my forehead. I think I sported one of them in my week 2 of my melanin hair care in my BOB 123 series. Either way, this has been a recurring problem over the last few weeks. Historically, I normally get pimples on my forehead maybe 2 to 3 times a year. Second concern is that it's just irritating my skin. I'm gonna start trying to play with my parts for now, but that's all I've got to work with so far. This perm rod set, for instance, I've been pushing it back, but it has largely been sitting on my forehead. And I don't know if you can see, that wasn't hard to find at all. And I swear it's from that, because if I touch this part of my forehead, it's just really sensitive and it feels irritated. I'm gonna have to experiment to see how I can fix this. And going forward, I'm going to have to be very careful about what I put into my hair and in turn on my face. Although from that perspective, I feel like there's not much modification required. It's more about just keeping my hair off my forehead. Before I move on to number 2, I feel like I've been doing weird things with my eyes, and looking at my lens for some reason no longer seems to make it look like I'm looking at you through the camera. So I ask that you just listen and not focus on where my eyes are or are not looking. Number 2, I remember thinking about this when I first started my natural hair journey, and then briefly post big chop. I was always concerned that wearing my hair out, my ends would get irritated on my clothes from that constant, friction. But when this was a post big chop concern, I kind of scoffed in my face and reminded myself that my hair hardly reaches my cheekbones on a long day, so I've got nothing to worry about. Now though, we've got some hang time and it's dangling against my clothes. Also, and related, we're approaching winter. That means more clothing height due to layering. So I either start a satin shirts and winter coat trend, anyone interested? Or I start wearing my hair tucked away. But I don't wear my hair tucked away. I really love the styles that I've been doing, and I'm not really sure what to do about this. It feels like this might sound like a small thing. This will be my first fall and winter with natural hair, so I wonder both about the dry air and the friction. What am I supposed to do? Number 3, I have been experimenting with different bedtime routines and sharing them on my channel and on my Instagram. I noted a while back that I no longer pineapple my hair. It was just too short to be effective since my hair was pretty much the length of a vertical cross section of my head. And lying that entire length pretty much against my head would just mess with my curl pattern, so I stopped doing it and I opted to just leave my hair free flowing because that was working best. I believe I can still do that, but unintentionally and somewhat unconsciously, I've been starting to pineapple my hair again. I would do the scarf thing, then find that I kept pulling the curls up so they could sit upside down against my larger scarf to preserve the curl pattern. No issue here, which is nice, but just something that I've come about doing naturally. Number 4, it gets hot in the heat. I was playing golf a few weeks ago and it was a regular 84 degrees or so. Normally that temperature with some sun would have me boiling and uncomfortable to start with, but I know that old boiling feeling. This was amplified, like crazy amplified. With all this dense, coarse hair sitting on top of my head, the heat now seems to have nowhere to escape. So now it radiates both in place and downward. Anyone else with my hair length and density or just like something like this experience this? I guess for now it's just all about personal fans, although we're moving into fall, so I won't have to deal with this until next year when my hair is even longer. Let me know before next summer. Number 5, my hairstyles are starting to trend downwards, which just means more hang time and getting to experience that personally instead of having to live vicariously through others. It's adding a new flair to my weekly styles, and it's fun to watch that progression. And this is all the more reason that I don't want to put away my hair for the fall and winter. I want to keep it out and let it breathe and let it flow and let it fill in the blank. Number 6, I have to change the way I prep for a workout now. Normally up until like 5 days ago, when I work out, I would tie a silk scarf around my head and then just go for it. But now, and coming back to my first item, my hair was flip-flopping all over my face and I just can't. Even in my back. I don't like my ends mixing with sweat. I just feel like you shouldn't be doing that. And considering I only wash my hair once a week, I don't want sweat on my scalp and sweat on my strands because I suspect it might start to smell a little bit, and I'm not for that. Even outside of that, just in terms of comfort, I don't want my hair playing drums on my forehead while I'm running or doing a burpee or doing a jumping jack or doing something else. Just stay back. So I got to do something to make it stay back. It's not difficult. I think I just need to wrap a silk. I can probably just wrap something even further back and kind of make it like a pushed back puff, because it's not going to be a high puff. I wouldn't go all the way, but I'm going to work on it. With so much hair out and flying, with just the headband over here, it also just feels like some kind of a child riding precariously in a car seat with no seatbelt on. Please don't do that. And that was number 6, and that's it. Overall, I'm very happy with my hair's progression. It is healthy, it is retaining moisture, it's clearly growing, and despite the changes I need to implement, we only need to speak on a weekly basis or so, and I'm not a talker, so that works for me. Ugh, it's like sticking in my collar. Never used to do that. Again, not mad at the link. I need to figure this out or be told by one of my lovely viewers. So, any of you have any advice about the shoulder sitting, the working out, goodness, the heat, which again, I guess I don't have to deal with now. Is there anything that you have noticed going from short hair to long hair that I either am experiencing or maybe forgot about, or that I can come to experience along the way? Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, I have a couple of videos queued up on screen for you to watch next. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, like, comment any feedback, share with anyone you think may be interested, and I will talk to you in my next one. Thanks, and have a good one.